Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video is about how do you build your Yuuhime Esper guide. So Yuuhime is one of the meta Esper since she changed the kit, and then I'll break through her skill kit, what she does, and then I'll also go through the equipment suggestions, that's the focus, and also her resonance. Okay, so first thing, Yuuhime is a Inferno Fighter type Esper with a speed leader. It's a universal speed leader, speed 25%. And if your team have Moriyama or Yamato in her team, will increase 10% speed from each of them. So if you put Yamato, the universal speed become 35%. If you put Yamato and Moriyama, then it will become 45%. So she is basically the fastest speed leader if you have the fulfill the requirements for her. Okay, so the simplified skill kit S1. It will attack one enemy and it increase the damage based on how many Hell Hand stacks she have. So the more Hell Hand stacks she have, the more damage output she's gonna deal from her S1. And then there's also a small passive here. The enemy attack reduces the reduces the enemy attack throughout the whole combat and up to 40%. This is a pure passive. As long as the longer you fight, the lower the attack enemy is going to deal. Then the Death Gate. So these two here is actually S1 and S2, but this S2 here is a spammable S2. So there's no CD for Death Gate. So Death Gate is an AoE damage. It will increase the damage based on how many Hell Hand stacks you have. So basically it's same like S1, but it's an AoE type. And it will also reduce the enemy max HP and also inflict defense down. So it's a very annoying AoE damage because reduced max HP is very impactful, and also inflict defense down will technically make her DPS higher or make her teammate DPS higher. Then S3 Beyond the Grave is AoE damage 2 times. The first hit will apply disease, then the second hit will reduce the enemy max HP by 20%. Of course, both of them got damage, and then it will also clear enemy AP, then inflict hamstruck. So there's 4 effects here. But why is it so important? They have to actually mention that first hit inflict this, second hit inflict that, because so let's say like effect like Everett. Everett is able to provide his Shimmer teammate to block the first effect. So what is the first effect within Yuuhime here is the first hit inflict disease, which means Everett will help her his Shimmer teammate to block the disease effect, but she is not able to block the reduced enemy max HP, cannot block the clear enemy AP, and cannot block hamstruck because it is according to the order. So it will only block the disease. So that's the reason why they have to break down like which effect applies on the first hit. So it really matters in the battle. Then the fewer the target, the higher the damage. So within her simplified skill kit here, you actually see a lot of increased damage based on how many Hell Hand stack, or the fewer the target, the higher the damage. So she can be a DPS Esper, but she can also not be a DPS Esper. It really depends on how are you going to build her. Alright, so what makes Yuuhime so meta is not because of her damage, it's because of her speed lead, and also the most importantly is the hamstruck buff. Alright, debuff. So first thing, Hell Hand. Increase 2.5% per stack up to 10%. Basically it's a 25% AP boost for her. Then hamstruck debuff will be applied through Beyond the Grave. This can be applied actively. When you clear S3, then you have the chance to apply hamstruck, but S2 here will also apply hamstruck. But why I didn't mention it here, because it's under her passive, so I'll mention this later. So what is hamstruck? Hamstruck is a debuff that you cannot the enemy who got hamstruck will not able to get AP push, cannot get special turns, and also including counter attack, pursuit, or assist. Basically Esper like Anna that wants a lot of counter attack, Esper like Momo deals a lot of counter attack, Esper like who got special turns like Iki cannot get special turns, like Amir cannot get special turn, assist like Liam assist on the target, cannot get special turn, something like that. So hamstruck is a very impactful debuff for the current meta, because we have a lot of Esper that actually deals like counter attack, pursuit, or maybe special turns, or a lot of AP push. So hamstruck is very impactful to most of the meta, but to counter hamstruck debuff is also very easy. It's either you cleanse the debuff or either you put immunity on your team, then you don't have to afraid hamstruck at all. Okay, then what is the passive of Yuuhime? When any non-boss enemy gains AP push, then she will cast her S2, which means it's a free S2 damage that will reduce enemy max HP, inflict defense down, then also reduce the AP by 30%, and then inflict hamstruck. So this reduced AP 30% is not like, so let's say I use Unas, I AP push 35%, then you reduce 30%. Wrong. This is not how the calculation works. It works like when you want to cast S3 from Unas to push 35%, the 35% AP push instantly turn into reduced AP by 30%, which means you didn't AP push, you are actually AP down your whole team. And then you also get hamstruck, then you also get the max HP reduced and also defend down. That's what you make Yuuhime scary. It's because of her passive, not because of her damage. Alright, so this thing here, it doesn't only apply to that target who AP push, it'll apply the whole team. Cause let's say, cause this damage is an AoE damage, right? So if you trigger the passive, it will become an AoE effect. So for example, I use Anna. So Anna S1 have, if Anna have buff, then she counter attack, she's gonna AP push herself. Then because she AP push herself, it will trigger hamstruck the passive. Then it will become AoE AP down 30%, AoE hamstruck, AoE damage, AoE enemy max HP reduce, and also inflict defend down. So it's very important to either you kill Yuuhime instantly, or either you have a very strong immunity provider for your team so you don't get hamstruck by Yuuhime. Without hamstruck, Yuuhime is basically not that scary. So immunity such as like Gabriel, such as like Fabrice, such as like Clara, if you have to apply the immunity faster, or the light set to counter Yuuhime. So that's the few expert who can directly counter Yuuhime. So for the equipment suggestion, personally, I would say there's a lot of different kind of build you can actually go for. But personally, I would recommend you Wind set, Thunder set, Stun set as the 4-piece set, then Fairy Light set. So Wind set is if you want to make your Yuuhime very fast, you want to manually cast Hamstruck to the target, then you build Wind set. Or you are trying to trigger her R6 effect, which is like she is able to AP push the highest attacker in your team. Then you want her to be fast because you want her to take the action, and the highest attacker that is very slow, so let's say like Moriyama, will instantly get an AP push 100%. Then your DPS can take the turn. So if your Yuuhime is R6, then you want her to be fast, you want her to trigger her effect, then you can go for Wind set. But if you want to make her the DPS, Thunder set, obviously it's going to be the best DPS set for your Yuuhime to be a DPS role. But personally, I think the best set for her is going to be Stun set, which is the set I really hate people using on her because Yuuhime can be a pursuit bot, right? By casting the Death Gate to keep S2, cast a lot of AoE damage, can AP down you, can inflict hamstruck, can reduce your max HP, defend down, and now we apply another effect, Stun. Personally, I really hate this set because it can actually infinity control you by clearing your AP down you. If you cannot get extra turn because of hamstruck, and let's say you pair Yuuhime with Chuyao, you extend the debuff of hamstruck and the stun. That's so annoying. Very, very annoying. Okay, so this is the 3 set I would recommend for. Then the substats, you can either go for Fairy set or go for Light set. So the reason why I will also recommend Light set here is because Light set is actually a meta set in PvP now, especially in Point War. If like Yuuhime is all around, then Light set actually plays a very important role, so you won't get hamstruck. Then stats to focus. So if you are going for a control role for Yuuhime, such as Stun set, then you can go for accuracy, bigger than speed, bigger than crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Because Yuuhime, you make Yuuhime control, right? So you also want some DPS on her because she gives you bonus attack, she gives you like extra damage throughout the Hellhound stack. So extra damage is good, unless you're trying to build your Yuuhime accuracy, speed, then HP defend, like make a tank Yuuhime. Personally, I don't prefer a tank Yuuhime just because the base stats of Yuuhime is actually very squishy. So I don't think the HP and defense will actually make a too much difference of making Yuuhime survive. So I would prefer that you actually just go for accuracy speed, then you go for more DPS. Then if you're going for a DPS role, then crit rate, crit damage is higher, have higher priority than attack, then accuracy and speed. Speed isn't that important if you make Yuuhime as a DPS role to let her just keep spamming the S2. But this is more passive because to let her able to spam her S2 Death Gate, you have to make the enemy keep AP push first. So this might be a good set to deal with when it's like enemy like Wu Yu. So we'll get AP push by passive, then this will benefit to DPS Yuuhime. But overall, I would recommend going for control Yuuhime more than a DPS Yuuhime. So it really depends on which kind of role you want her to be. You can then she have a different stats to focus, and she can probably fit to any kind of team. Yuuhime have a synergize with Yamato with and Moriyama doesn't mean that you have to build Yuuhime with Yamato and Moriyama. She can be fit in any kind of team as well. You want her to be Yuuhime team without Yamato and Moriyama, totally fine. Then for the resonance S2, each stack of Hellhand stack have a 10% chance to trigger her ability one more time. So if you cast S3 and you have like a few Hellhand stack and it triggers this effect, then she can trigger the S3 damage again. Basically a free skill to cast. Then for R6 effect, when Yuuhime active turn end, the highest attack ally will gain AP push 100%. But if the highest attack ally takes her turn, then she gains AP 100%. It cannot trigger consecutively, so let's say you build Yuuhime with wind set, then you use Yuuhime to take the action first, then Yuuhime will instantly call the highest attacker that is low speed such as Moriyama will instantly get an AP 100% AP push. Or you build your Yuuhime like thunder set or stun set, make her very slow. Then when your highest attacker, such as let's say like Suje situation, Suje is going to be built fast and high attack, right? Then Suje will, after Suje take a turn, then Yuuhime will instantly take her turn, then Yuuhime can cast S3. So let's say Yuuhime S3 dispel on one of the Esper who got immunity, then Yuuhime take her turn, then Yuuhime cast S3, applies all those damage and also all those effect to the enemy. So it really depends on how is your team comp for Yuuhime, then what kind of role you want her to be, because she can be control role or DPS role or just speed role. So R2 effect here, extra DPS. R6 effect here is a very good synergize with slow DPS such as Moriyama, that is at R0. Why is it R0? Because R1 you instantly get AP push already, so not really needed the R6 effect from Yuuhime. So that's all for this how to build Yuuhime Esper guide here. Then I'll show you my own Yuuhime Esper guide for a reference. Alright, so this is my Yuuhime. So my Yuuhime is R6, and then there's some dividend on her, but I'm going for stun set and light set. So light set, as I mentioned, is gonna be a meta equipment to counter the other Yuuhime Esper. And then I'm going for stun set because I feel it very annoying, especially if you pair Yuuhime with a Chuyao. So even though it's a R6, why am I not making her as a wind set? Like, why am I not making her like very fast so she can AP push with the DPS Esper? So personally, I'm not making her fast even though she is R6 because my DPS Esper usually is faster. So let's say you Suje as my DPS in the team. My Suje is not really a DPS, alright? My Suje is basically like just a very fast Suje with decent high attack, because I want Suje to spread the purple art. So usually my Suje is pretty fast, so I don't really need my Yuuhime to be that fast, because if Yuuhime and Suje is at the same or the AP range isn't that much, then the R6 effect doesn't really make too much of the sense, because usually you want your Yuuhime to push your highest attacker that doesn't have any speed to instantly take 100%. But for my case here, I'm going to make my Yuuhime very slow, so it's only 40% 40 speed. So when Suje take her action, after Suje finish her action, then Yuuhime will instantly get pushed up to take her action. Or I'm going to pair her with Chuyao. So let's say this is my Chuyao here. It's gonna for a stun set. So you can see my Chuyao is pretty fast as well. But I don't want my Yuuhime faster than my Chuyao. I want Chuyao to take the action first, then only Yuuhime. So Chuyao can AoE dispel everyone, the enemy. Then maybe my highest attacker will take the action, let's say like Suje, then Suje will trigger Yuuhime's R6 effect, then Yuuhime will take her action instantly. Something like that. So of course I don't want Yuuhime to take the action so fast, because she doesn't have dispel. I need someone who actually able to dispel the enemy, then I can only fully utilize Yuuhime's Hamstruck and also the stun set effect. And I'm going for some decent damage, so I'm going for like crit damage ring with attack bonus and attack bonus. Everything you're looking here is mainly not stats boost yet, because I don't feel like I need to stats boost Yuuhime, because I don't really use Yuuhime too much in the point war. Okay, but this is my own Yuuhime. Feel free to comment down what do you guys think about it. If you have any recommendation of your own Yuuhime or any suggestion, feel free to comment down so the others viewer can also take a look, like what kind of build are you going for your own Yuuhime. Right, so hope you guys enjoy the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is JNMP, Rosas 15, Mokul Rajali, The Bluer Chilean, Cami, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwalks, Rimu, Choni, Von Hexa, Rawson Bessie, Antonio Winterspoon, Marlene Williams, Uncle Chat, Eric Mendes, Caragrin, Riku Fred Iris, Calamity, Jordan Alons, thank you so much for the support. And that's not all, also special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Special thanks to Ziggy, Calamity, Agni, Valento, Tai, Aisha, Code Wilderness, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for the support and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.